All right. We're live now.
Man.
Not much. Not much. Just felt like streaming again tonight.
Well, sure. It's nasty out over here, so.
Oh, did you guys get snow?
Not yet. Tomorrow. Well, tonight and tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
There's some models showing 14 inches. That's not happening.
Damn.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Yeah, we started off with some rain this morning, but then it cleared up and it turned out to be a nice day, which was
good.
Unexpected.
They get you all wound up on that stuff.
Yeah. So Nick, show us some of your latest.
We're gonna go into the collectibles right away. Okay.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
All right. I think John might remember this one.
Yeah, let's blow you up here.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
30th anniversary TIE Fighter, beautifully boxed.
Very
Wouldn't
nice.
mind opening this one, actually.
Mine is unboxed, just so you know.
Yes. But I like this one. It's all white.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's kind of harkens back to the 1978, original TIE Fighter release, but it's got the correct wingspan or panels or whatever the heck you call them.
Yep.
So it's like the right height.
Yeah, it's all correct to scale.
Yeah, it was only at Toys R Us. So I miss. Anyways, like a friend of mine gave me a real good steal of a deal on it for like 100 Canadian or whatever. So I scooped it up. And actually, there's another guy that's selling that one and the special TIE Interceptor. They came out with like a red stripe, which kind of looks kind of cool, but I don't know. I was sort of tempted at picking them up because it wouldn't be too expensive, but he's so far away. Like I'd have to, but I don't know. I might reach out to him. I do collect a little bit of John's favorite Black Series now and then.
Spin on Black Series.
Sand Trooper.
Nice.
That's not too bad. Now I've heard a lot of some flack towards it. People say that the one from 2013 is actually just as good. So, or if not better. I don't know if that's true or not. But regardless, and the other pickup I got a couple months ago was the Black Series Anakin Skywalker.
Okay.
Which is really, sorry, it's not really showing up in the, at least it's not getting a good reflection, but anyways, the face sculpt on this is phenomenal, so I've got the Obi-Wan as well coming, and I guess will be my last thing I'll show.
Yeah.
So for some reason, I was watching some reruns of WWF showed up and on YouTube, and I ended up watching SummerSlam, and then I went and looked for I want to get the odd wrestler, in my little room here, just the whole 80s thing. And Hitman was a part of it. He wasn't like my top guy. He was one of them, especially when he was in the Hart Foundation and that.
Oh yeah,
that's when I remember. By the time he became champion, I was sort of done with wrestling at the time.
Yeah,
I did get kind of brought back in with WCW, because it was leaning to more of an adult type content, which brought me back in. But
especially with WCW,
I really liked WCW. I found they were, like when they were doing the whole Hogan NWO thing.
Yeah, the Monday Night War that they had with WWE Raw and stuff. Yep.
Yeah, so they, and I never really got into the WWF too much at that time. So I think that was like the whole Stone Cold Steve Austin thing.
The Attitude Era stuff. Yep.
Yeah, but I loved WCW because I was older and I could relate a lot more to what was going on, right? But anyways, for John, I'm going to open this.
Oh,
John, you looking? Yeah,
hey gentlemen, about to have some chili here at the cabin. Have a good stream. Well, at least thanks for tuning in real quick and enjoy that chili.
I don't get anything with this. It's WWE. It's not WWF anymore. Not a bad
they had to change it years ago. because of copyright, I guess, with the World Wildlife Fund.
Yeah. There's the Hitman.
Bret the Hitman Hart.
I don't know. They don't give him his glasses or his shades and that, but I guess this is.
Oh yeah, those big sunglasses he used to wear.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. Actually, side note, they've started to re-release the original big LGN, the big plastic ones that originally came out in the 84.
Oh God, 85. Yeah. Hey, Everscale, yeah, so how we doing?
They've just done, they've just done a Hulk Hogan, and they did a few other ones of some of the more modern ones. I don't know why they would even bother with that, but there's a Hogan one out there that I definitely wouldn't mind picking up because you go and buy the originals now, and they're like $200, $200 plus depending on condition. Yeah. And if you get one in package, you're looking at spending, I don't know, $1,000 north. Yeah. Which I'm crazy enough I wouldn't mind doing something like that at some point, but I don't know, for like $30 or whatever, I wouldn't mind having a Bret Hart.
I went out today. I went to the closest Target. I had to get a new comforter for the bed, and I was just curious. I went over to the toy aisle, and hardly anything Star Wars. They had probably a dozen of the Black Series Director Krennic from Andor. They also had it was another Black Series. Armored Commando from the last season of Mandalorian. They had, they had their Beskar armor. They had, and those were, and in the smaller scale, you had about a dozen of those, and they had some of the smaller, was it the squadrons scale ships? Just a few of those, but I was surprised. I mean, there's nothing. There's nothing at Target. The aisle was kind of a mess, but I expected more. And I didn't get anything, but I was just curious to see what they had. And so I was like, it's kind of disappointing,
Well, the only thing I wouldn't hold off on is I would get that Darth Vader's TIE Advanced.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's the one that I would get if I were you.
Yeah.
Hold on now.
I would have to go to one of the local specialty independent toy shops that carry stuff like that.
I think you can get it online though. I don't know if they're going to do a wider release. I'm pretty sure they're on Hasbro Pulse.
I wonder what they're going on eBay for.
Yeah, I don't know. I can check right now.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it was funny because the Lego aisle was packed. They had one whole aisle just for Lego, but hardly anything Star Wars. There was some Marvel stuff. I mean, it was sad. Toy aisles and stuff aren't what they used to be. Kids aren't playing with toys these days.
I don't know. I mean, it's I don't know. The Walmarts I go to, they're when I see you guys down the States, they're pretty. There's quite a bit of stuff in there. Whenever I
haven't been in a Walmart in months, but last time I went, I mean, there wasn't really much. It was sometime early summer, I think, and there wasn't much Star Wars. Nothing G.I. Joe. Even because I like that new classified line. That's really cool. But I mean it's kind of disappointing. I think the only people buying toys these days are adults that collect stuff.
I don't know. I think it's just there's only so much wallet space.
Yeah, true.
I mean, you buy a video game, it's whatever the hell they charge, 80, 90, 100, maybe more. I don't even know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There is sales. Like when I go to EB Games up here, which used to be GameStop. Like I've talked to some of the guys there, and you see a lot of people. You see the certain demographics. I mean, it's definitely a lot more adult. Overall.
Well, yeah, it's funny you say that because my local GameStop, you'll see like more Star Wars stuff there than you will like at Target. Same thing with like Marvel stuff, Pokemon. I mean, Pokemon is still huge. Jeez, what else? Yeah, and all kinds of other collectibles. Of course, like game related stuff and all that too. But yeah, it's like we don't even have. There's no more Toys R Us. Around Toys R Us went out of business.
Yeah, I can't see you guys, eh?
I see you.
Yeah, I know, but I only see me on the big screen.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry, I blew you up when you were showing up the. There we go.
Yeah, I was wondering if you guys were
sorry about that.
Still there or whatever. No, it's okay. I was just wondering.
Yeah. So, John, you got the tie advance too, didn't you?
No.
Oh, I thought you got it.
No, wait.
No. Darth Vader's new tie advance.
Oh, tie advance. Oh yeah. Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah. I like it a lot.
I'll tell you what, some of the videos I've seen of people, unboxing it, and I mean, it is really nice, and then the comparison, like to the old one, which was just a TIE fighter body with the extended wings.
Yeah.
This is a whole new retooled.
It's nice. It is nice.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I should pick one up. Maybe if I find one. I get the opportunity, I'll probably grab it, but
just get one.
I was at I can't remember what it was. They had 2 E-wings there. I was surprised at that on an end cap.
Really?
With Star Wars stuff. Yeah, I've never seen those in the store at all.
Yeah, I know. I thought those were only like a HasLab thing.
Yeah, I was surprised at that.
Yeah, I'll have to look for that because I mean I've never seen one out like in public, only online. So
I'm gonna see if they still have it on Hasbro for you.
Because I know that E-wing, it was the price. It was up there. It was going for a little bit.
Yeah.
Online, it was kind of high.
Bobby, it's still in stock. Bob, it's still in stock on Hasbro Pulse.
Really?
It's only $139, dude. It's not that much.
Let's see.
Like I know some people are complaining about the prices and that, and like I understand, but I mean, a buck isn't a buck anymore. I've seen some guys, they were complaining like, "Oh, I got my Power of the Force 2 one from 1995. That was like $20 or $30. That was 30 years ago."
Yeah.
Okay.
$30 is, whatever the inflation, it's pretty relative. It's,
Because what are the figures now? $18?
Yeah, I think they've gone up now. They're like 20 in the US.
Yeah,
I mean, they're up here.
And like the Black Series, I've seen them anywhere from like $25 to $30.
$36.99 for Black Series right now. Canada, I'm starting to see them like $28 now.
Yeah,
for a TVC 3 3/4. But you just buy less. I mean, it's $1.99 in 1980 or whatever, or $3.99. I mean, minimum wage in Canada back in '83 was like $3.15.
Yeah, there it is. The tie advance on Hasbro Pulse for $139.
Do it, Bobby.
That thing is nice looking.
I'm just the devil on your shoulder. Do it.
Yeah, I
I
know.
too.
Yeah, do it. Do it.
Do it,
Do
Bobby.
it.
Do it.
Oh yeah, of course. Donna said she couldn't join us tonight. She's always got an excuse. That woman.
I tell you.
Yeah.
She's probably doing.
Oh yeah. They had another Black Series figure at Target. They only had a couple of them. It's from the Jedi video games. The Night Sister Merrin. They had her Black Series figure.
You know what? There's a lot. You know what? There's so much stuff out there when you really think about it. It's like it's a lot. You know, especially Black Series is expensive, right? You know, I mean, it's up there, right? I mean, it's what is it?
And then you've got like the Black Series scale vehicles, too.
Not really. They haven't made any of them for a couple of years now. I don't think the last one.
Yeah, I think the last one was the Land Speeder. I think the Luke with his Land Speeder.
Oh, that's right.
No, I think it. No, it was. I have it. It's the Snow Speeder was the last one.
Oh, okay.
They did it for the 40th anniversary of Empire Strikes Back, but surprisingly, they didn't do anything for Black Series for the 40th Return of the Jedi. No, that's not true. I do have it. They re-released Jabba the Hutt, but you just get Jabba the Hutt, and then you get Salacious Crumb, but you don't get his his bed, his throne, or whatever you want to call it, that he sits on. Yeah. You know, which you thought they would have, you know, out of all the things you would add that in, you know, but it's just, you know, I don't understand how they would not add that one piece. And that's why the TVC one that they came out with was just way better. And I actually have two of those, the TVC one, which was, they did a lot more for the 3 3/4, which makes sense because Black Series is just, you know, a lot of collectors, they're trying to make it into something that it's, Star Wars is too big. Black Series is it's too new. They have so many re-releases. You know, it doesn't have the history that 3 3/4.
Matter of fact, was it at the last ICC? There was one dealer there that had I think you saw him, John, too. He had like his whole front was like all Black Series figures, like stacks of them, and then he had on the table, like he had some of the you know, carded original figures, but he had a lot of Black Series. And then it was the one last October, there was a dealer that's all he had was like Black Series. And I almost picked a few up, but I was like, I'll come back to it, and like I never did.
Well, that's the one thing with Black Series is that you can. Yeah, you know, it's not like well, not all TVC, but I mean, 3 3/4 is a little different on some things. You really want to scoop them up before they're gone, but or you have to really pay a premium. With Black Series, you know, they had so many re-releases, like, you know, you have so many people that are dumping their collections now and then. But I can foresee prices eventually really starting to go up on some of the original ones, you know, after a while, not or certain ones again. But Black Series, to me, it's like a side. It should never have been the main line. It's sort of something that you want to kind of, in my opinion, you put, you know, next to your TV, you know, if you want like a really big.
Do you guys think like the Black Series is like kind of like a just kind of like a specialty line, you know, like not like premium collectors, but you know, people that just want something like different, you know, instead of, you know, say, you know, the vintage collection, you know, these are nice and these are more detailed, and you know,
originally, Bobby, the Black Series was marketed as a premium adult line.
Okay.
Right? Yeah, remember they had 3 3¾ Black Series too.
Yeah.
Okay. And then but really Hasbro just wanted to dump the whole 3¾ line because I think at the time everyone sort of had so much of it, so much 3¾ that you could bring it, you could, I hate to use this word, but sucker everybody in so you could buy 5 or 6 new hands solos in the 6-inch line, right? And but the truth is anyone with half a brain could figure out, like you can't do all the big vehicles, world building. You can't, you can do small things of sets which look nice. There's a lot of Black Series collectors I know, they do fantastic photography with them, et cetera, et cetera. But now it's 2025. I mean, the sculpts that you're getting out of these 3¾ figures are matching what you can do.
Oh yeah, I mean, they're so detailed now. Especially with the advent of 3D printing, 3D prototyping, and then like laser scans of like that the people actually in costume. So I mean, it's so much more detailed. Like some of the newer like 3¾ like GI Joes, they're so much more detailed than the original Joes from back in the 80s and early 90s. And which I thought, I mean, I love those figures because those 3¾ Joes came out when I think I was a junior, or just started my senior year in high school in like 80, 81, 82. And I mean, I thought those figures were the shit back then. Those things were awesome.
Oh, yeah.
And, GI Joe was everywhere. You went down a toy aisle in your local toy store, and it was nothing but GI Joe, from hundreds of figures to all the vehicles and everything. And then, like anything, early 90s, they kind of got away from the core thing. They started coming out with all these things like the Eco Warriors and all these crazy colors, and the line just died.
I hated
that thing. It could have kept going for years, but they have like the new Classified series, which is like the 6-inch, which is like really, really cool. I like those. They're releasing some of like classic size, which I have a few. I have the new Snake Eyes and a Baroness. I've got the Duke from the Renegades limited animated series.
Right. Yeah, my buddy Scotty, shout out to him, Scotty Hawk. He's batting like, he says he's batting like 1,000% on all the new GI Joe classified and retro cards. He's got everything, like doubles of everything too.
Wow.
Like he's a huge 3¾ Star Wars collector too, but like GI Joe is like seems to be the main thing right now.
There's a couple of companies that are making vehicles for the new 6-inch GI Joes, and I've
seen those.
These things, like where is it? A company called Gridiron Studios, and the stuff they're making is just like, I'm like, I want it. Oh, I thought I had them saved here. Yep, here we go. All right, let me share the screen here.
John, would you ever collect any GI Joes again, or maybe start up a little bit, or no?
Oh, I'm kind of glad they're making 6-inch now because I'm out on that. But if they did 3, I had everything. It was great. I love GI Joe.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. They also do like upgrade kits for some of the Hasbro produced stuff. Let's see. Like, look at this thing. Blow up. The Phalanx APC for, the classified line. I mean, this thing is just like completely detailed inside. They've got like different turrets for it. I mean, thing's $400, but I mean,
that's like a sub company. This isn't Hasbro official.
no,
is
it's
it?
called Gridiron Studios.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they have like their own version of the Vamp. Let's see, Gator is like a swamp boat. You know, for like the Dreadnoks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, there's like all kind of upgrade packages for, you know, their vehicles.
That is cool.
Yeah.
That's what I saw.
Yeah, they yeah, I mean it's
awesome.
Yeah.
That is pretty
Then they have like a conversion kit where you can turn this into a 6-wheeled version.
Really?
You know, yeah, it's pretty cool.
Huh.
It's pretty cool. But yeah, check out that's the Gridiron Studios. And they even sell, you know, like all this stuff is like 3D printed, very high quality. And you know, they even make stuff for, you know, the regular 1/18 scale, like the 3 3/4 figures. From,
right.
You know, the individual weapons to vehicles and accessories and, you know, stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. Who the hell keeps freaking weather alerts? Yeah, rain tomorrow. No shit. Yeah, I mean, this week it's supposed to get cold this week. So, you know, it's like they say in New England, if you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
well,
yeah,
that's the thing. Like, there's so many cool lines. Like, sometimes I just try to avoid looking at them because I just don't want to get sucked into.
Yeah,
so many.
That's the thing.
Things.
Like
I already have. Like I already am. Like it's. I've already bought a few GI Joes, and like I've already. You know.
I've kind of taken a pause on everything. You know, like the last thing I bought was, I think it was in September, like the prototype white Boba Fett, Black Series, at the local collector's show. I think that was
that's
the
a good
last
one. I have that one. Yeah.
Yeah, it was the last thing I bought. I mean, I'm kind of falling off with collecting right now.
You got to get back in there a little bit. I don't know. There's the best time right now is like some of the best releases ever have come out in Star Wars, in my opinion, right now.
Yeah, I got a bunch of
Vader Tide.
What's that, John?
I said I got a bunch of stuff upstairs I got to open. I haven't opened up yet.
Oh yeah, geez. Last thing you opened was the Cantina set,
mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because like, what else do you have to crack open?
Oh, I got a bunch of figures. I don't even know what I got.
Okay. Oh yeah, and I got to get those 2 sets out to you.
Tomorrow. Go up there, clean up, and stream, and open up some figures.
Yeah,
there you go.
I'll definitely watch you.
Yeah, definitely have to watch that.
Rip them open.
But I don't know. Oh, John, you should put a few of them up there, or they would look really nice on your walls. You know, I like doing both. I mean, listen, hey man, I just opened up a figure. You know, I like loose too. I want to start getting into some dioramas eventually, but
that's what I like.
You know, it's gonna take time.
Yeah.
You know, it takes slowly getting up the numbers. I mean, I got a lot of I've started to pick up like some of these ones too, like from the 30th anniversary.
And those
Oh,
are
I don't know
nice.
if you guys
okay.
can see that or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, like like the
Mhm.
background Jabba the Hutt goons and characters and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So, because I have the stuff to like I have the Boba Fett throne room thing, which was such
Yeah.
a stupid move by Hasbro. It should have just been Jabba the Hutt right off the bat. I mean, bloody morons, whoever made that. Sorry, I shouldn't say that, but they're probably told by Disney to that's probably how they were able to get it out because but
Yeah.
anyways, it is what it is. But because no one is setting up a Boba Fett throne room like practically like
Well,
it's like
didn't they make like a Black Series set for that? I think his throne room.
Well, they've done not in Black Series. They've only done it in 3 3/4, which is they called it the Boba Fett throne room.
Okay.
And it came with it's a cool set. It came with John has it, so do I. It came with a fat Bib Fortuna from the Boba Fett TV show, which was terrible, right?
Oh, okay.
I mean, yeah, so I mean it's a great set, but everybody buys that set and then just puts Jabba in it, and then they set it up for a Return of the Jedi scene, right? Like to even bother to market it to that was so stupid. Because if the show was good, then people could switch it back, right? Like they would just do when they're doing their loose collection.
Yeah,
it would never have trumped Return of the Jedi. So it makes no sense to even make it, and it should have been under the 40th anniversary Return of the Jedi run. It would make so much more sense, but I don't know. The decisions that some of they make in there, I don't know. So weird, but
ICC is June of next year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure we'll see Mandalorian and Grogu stuff there because I think that's coming out. I think for Memorial Day, isn't it?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. So I'm sure there'll be lots of Mando and Grogu stuff, at ICC.
Yeah, I don't. If I was Hasbro, I would very much limit the amount of how much you're going to make on that movie, until the movie actually does well. Before you start, because there's a lot of Mando figures that have come out in 3 3/4 under TVC, and then of course Black Series as well. Black Series has expanded the line. They've got way more characters than in 3 3/4 they've done in the vintage collection. So, but from merchandise standpoint, I mean, I'm not totally like I collect a bit of Black Series, but it's just, it's a character driven line. Like you buy them if you just want, like, you put them up on a wall or like a little display, and you can't. It doesn't make sense. Like a lot of guys are I think they're trying to justify it in their minds to just, and you can do it like that. I know a lot of guys do where they just have them just all loose on their, like my buddy Matt Bryant, he does it. But, if you really want to get proper dioramas and stuff like that, you just can't compare with 3 3/4. You can do everything with 3 3/4, so.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, that line, that classic line has been huge for years. It had its fall off, but it didn't do very well with the prequels. A lot of people weren't buying.
No. Well, the prequels, or sorry, the prequels.
I mean, not the prequels. The sequel trilogy. I mean.
Yeah, the prequels had problems too to a certain extent. I mean,
but I remember when they came out, especially when Phantom Menace came out. I mean, entire aisle.
Of course, but they weren't getting the sales. Like once the movie started coming out, people didn't like the Phantom Menace. I know there's some of you guys that did. I mean, I've got a couple of them. The figures were fantastic for the time.
Yeah.
Like, for the Phantom Menace, when you actually look at the figures, like they were incredible for, Hasbro hit a 10.
Yeah, very detailed. You know,
But
very
the
detailed.
movie was, the prequels were not, they didn't have the full anywhere close to the original trilogy. Whether you want to admit it or not, but the numbers are the numbers, right? So
yeah, true.
But that being said, it is what it is.
Yeah. So yeah, I think just kind of wonder like what next year we'll have in store for collectibles and stuff, because you'll have Mando and Grogu in early spring, and then isn't Starfighter coming out like around Christmas, I think, next year? Or
Last Starfighter?
No, the next Star Wars movie they're filming right now. Or maybe 2027. I can't remember.
I think 27. I thought they're doing May again. I believe.
Oh yeah, I think in time for like the 50th anniversary. I think
because next year we get Mando and Grogu, Darth Maul, Shadows or whatever, and then Ahsoka. I think that's it. I think.
Isn't the third series of Visions
Tales of something
out right now? I think
that's out now. I haven't watched it.
Yeah, I got rid of my Disney Plus. I wasn't watching it.
Yeah, I got to cancel. I got another. I'm tired of. I just have no interest in anything Disney's making. I don't even know why I'm. Paying for it. I don't even watch it. I've been just, it's not a lot of money, but it's still.
Well, the last thing I watched was the second season of Andor. That was the last thing I watched on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
So, and because I had the Hulu package also with it, and I watched, was it the first episode of Alien Earth? And then I never finished it, and so I guess I won't finish it. I know some people liked it, some people hated it. I don't know. And I saw, I guess the new Predator movie is on track to make its estimates. I think they said between 30 and 40 million, and it looks like it's on track to clear at least 32 million for the opening weekend.
Oh, the Badlands movie everyone's talking about now?
Yeah.
I don't know. That looks terrible to me, but I don't know. Maybe it is good. I don't know.
I mean, I've seen scenes from it and, the trailers and stuff. A lot of people are liking it. Some people are just saying, it's okay. So I don't know. I'm not going to go see it.
John, have you ever seen Predator? Any of the movies? Predator?
Nope.
I hope you have.
Nope, I've not seen any of them.
Wow, I'm surprised because the original with Arnold, that was back in '87, and it was the good like action and elements of sci-fi in it. Plus, it had Jesse the Body Ventura in it.
Yeah, John, you got to go watch Predator, man. That's one of the greatest movies of all time. Says me.
Yeah,
it's good. I think you'd like it, John.
You like Jaws.
What's that?
I've never even seen any of those Rambo movies or anything.
What?
Oh, God.
Oh my God. At least watch First Blood, because that was the first. Watch that.
Yeah.
That came out when I was in high school, and or at least say Rambo 1, First Blood, and then First Blood Part 2. At least watch those. I think you'll like them.
Rambo.
That's
so unpatriotic, John.
Yeah,
Rambo,
I can't believe
Vietnam. That was such a huge deal when we were young in the early 80s and late. Well, Bobby remembers it 10 times more than I do. And actually, John, you should, but I seem to be more alive.
Growing up, I remember, like second and third grade, we'd do the Pledge of Allegiance and I remember someone asked, why do we do that? And, to honor all the soldiers that have fought and to keep our country free, for the soldiers in Vietnam now. And the red poppy.
Yeah.
And
I buy them constantly.
Too, I remember I remember seeing on TV, watching when the POWs came home from Vietnam. I remember watching that.
Well, I remember all those. Bobby, you remember all those shows they would do? Like, are there more POWs in Vietnam? And like, remember all those like documentaries and.
Oh yeah! Oh my God! There was like so many.
Shit, that was a big deal.
Yeah. Yeah, there was one. What's that?
I gotta go pick up a kid.
Okay.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us.
Well, thank you. Sorry to jump out on you.
Drive safely.
No problem. Yeah, you're probably gonna go meet that woman.
I'm good for a while.
Yeah, you're breaking up.
I'm good. I'm good for a while. Yeah, that was. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
All right, I'll see you guys later,
Johnny.
All right, take it easy.
Bye.
Yep. There was it was like late 80s. I think it was just before I got off active duty. There was a special on the Armed Forces Network where Vietnam vets went back to Vietnam to help like recover remains, I guess that were found. And they were finding like dog tags and stuff like that. And that was a pretty good special. And then there was another one around the same time, because it was a time all the Vietnam movies were coming out, like Platoon, Full Metal Jacket, Hamburger Hill, like those late 80s movies about Vietnam. And it was really good. It was like so I think it was called like Letters to Home. And it was all like different celebrities at the time reading actual letters that families got from their loved ones that were serving in Vietnam. And like they give a thing like this man was killed in action, this day, this year, and like this man was a Silver Star recipient, and that was a pretty good special, and it only aired once. I've never seen them air it again. But yeah, there's been so many things about like their POWs and things like that. That's why we have that flag in the U.S. The POW MIA flag.
Yeah,
and that's like the only other authorized flag to fly on the same pole as the U.S. flag. It flies underneath, the red, white, and blue. I mean, and it's still a thing to this day.
Well, they always, you had Chuck Norris make movies about, missing in action.
Oh, Missing in Action 1 and 2, and
yeah. But you know what? I was watching that. I think it was the first one or whatever. Chuck Norris actually did a pretty damn good job on that film for what it was at the time.
I remember when the first one came out. I think I came home on leave, and me and my dad saw it. And then it was a few years later, 2 came out, and I think that came out the year he passed away. But there were those, the Missing in Action movies, and then there
the one I really like. Do you remember the movie? It was I have it, Uncommon Valor.
Yeah, with Gene Hackman.
Yes.
Yeah, young Patrick Swayze. Fred Ward, Reb Brown. I saw that in the theater.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, it was so cool how they put the planning of the operation together. Like, when I was a kid, I remember watching that movie, and it was like training my mind to kind of, obviously it's Hollywood to a certain extent, but they had some good stuff in that movie for its time. Like that.
Yeah, I like that movie. and then another big movie in '84 when I was on active duty came out was Red Dawn.
Yeah,
You know, because it was still the Cold War, and and then Russian invasion, of the U.S. and then with the Cuba helping them out, and I saw it at the Post movie theater on base, and the first night it played, it was a Friday night. That theater was packed. They had to add a second show to it, and then the following day on Saturday and Sunday, they had they had an afternoon show, and then they had 2 evening shows because like so many people were seeing it because you could see a movie back on base back then for like $2.50.
Yeah.
And
well, I was like, I think that movie, because it was John Milius that was the one who really put that movie together.
Yep.
But that movie really did spark. I mean, I can't remember too many other shows that you might remember. Shows that really kind of sparked that idea, the genre of America could be, on the brink of defeat or whatever, right? You know what I mean? Getting invaded. I mean, they did have, the one with Chuck Norris when, it was the Cubans or whatever were attacking.
Oh, yeah. Invasion USA.
Yeah. And when was that? Was before. That was
that was before that. Invasion USA came out in like, I think it was the summer of '85 when Invasion USA came out. Yeah. And I remember too, I saw that in the theater.
Well, then when did Red Dawn come out? Was that
Red Dawn was actually '84, so the year before.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so Red Dawn was the first.
Red Dawn was the first. There were other cheaper, direct-to-video movies that kind of copied it and things like that.
But was there any ones that came from? I can't think right now. Was there any ones that came before that kind of show the U.S. getting invaded by?
The Soviet Union there was that big thing. I think I was a senior in high school. It was like a 4-part miniseries. It was on NBC, and it was called World War III. And it dealt with
that's right. Okay.
Was it Soviet paratroopers invading a thing? I think it was a base in Alaska. I think it was.
Yeah.
And it had a lot of these big stars that were popular at the time. In the
I remember seeing that.
So it was called World War III. Then
and what happens in that movie? I remember watching that. Like, do you remember the conclusion? Like, what does it just turn into a nuclear?
It's been so long.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I don't know if you can hear my dogs.
I think I heard.
Yeah.
Let me see. Okay, it was Brian Keith, Rock Hudson.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. If it says. Yeah, I think it ended up. Yeah, we just kind of wiped each other out. Yeah, it was a mini series that aired on NBC. Yeah, in 1982.
Okay.
Yeah, and then when I went in the Army the following year, when I came home on leave, that movie was it The Day After Tomorrow? About a nuclear strike on the U.S.
Yeah,
that was a big scary thing at the time because that was the height of the Cold War. And
you know what movie did the nuclear war? I thought the best out of all of them was the one the British did. It's called Threads.
Threads.
You can watch it on YouTube. It's a depressing movie. Their understanding of nuclear fallout and things like that is not spot on, and actually neither is I think the one they did The Day After Tomorrow, the American version. But the American version at the time was pretty good, but this one, honestly, Threads was a better.
Wow, that's 1984.
That was probably the best.
Yeah, the 1984 British television film Threads,
that when I was really young,
offers a chilling portrayal of nuclear war and its devastating aftermath. Set in Sheffield, England, the documentary-style drama follows two families as they confront the unthinkable horrors of atomic conflict.
Yeah.
I might have to watch this.
Yeah, honestly, it's a good one worth watching.
Yeah.
They I don't think they don't understand like nuclear exchanges, like, you know, like after, like, generally speaking, after about 90 days, like the radioactive fallout and all that stuff, like, it's over, right? Like it's not going to stay radioactive.
Well, the radioactivity, like the water and soil, will still be contaminated. You should really read that book that I read last year by Annie Jacobson, Nuclear War Scenario.
But after about 90 days, it's, I don't know if she knows what I don't know if she
talked about, you know, she talked with scientists that worked in the nuclear program, all these experts, and like, I mean, if you're not dead in the initial blast, you know, from heat or radiation, or if you're not just vaporized, you're not going to live long.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if you look at like Fukushima and Chernobyl, okay, those are nuclear reactors.
Yeah,
okay, so that's I mean, a different thing.
Thermonuclear weapons are a totally different animal.
Yeah, but it doesn't, like, once you drop one of those and you annihilate, say a city gets annihilated, within 200 days, you can get, or even less than that, you can walk down to ground zero and it's not going to be radioactive anymore. It only lasts.
It'll still be hot for a while.
Yeah, but how long is she saying? Unless that depends on the type of like, there's supposed to be a certain type of
depends on yield. And if it's like air or a ground burst,
you
know, it's I'm telling you, you should read that book or get the audio book on Audible. It's
I don't know, because people were saying the science, like in the that's what she's saying describes more of what they thought in the 80s, but they've detonated so many nukes in Nevada, right, and other places. And that doesn't really correlate to what you're saying here as far as long-term effects. That's the thing I don't understand.
I mean,
I'm not
it's like some of the,
I don't know,
the devastating effects after, like a lot of things they thought wouldn't happen. Like, I forgot when it was. It was like after, you know, we dropped the atomic bombs on Japan. And when they were developing the nuclear program, like through the 50s and stuff, there was a report that saying, like radiation poisoning, it would be a very, very pleasant way to die. You know, you won't be in any pain. No, it's like the worst way to die.
Well, I know that. Well, sure. I mean, you're getting radiated.
It's pretty scary. Like, from, you know, just some of the stuff I've read, too. I mean, there was that, you know, that whole thing in the 80s, you know, the no nukes protests, and there was all these movies, you know, like, you know, after the nuclear holocaust, and, you know, especially was it The Road Warrior, you know, there was, and all the copycats after that, you know, it was like, after a devastating nuclear war, you know, survivors fought for gasoline, you know, and shit like that. And,
no, I understand that. I mean, but from my understanding, is the idea, like that Anna Jacobson's book.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, whatever. I mean, like, I'm no expert on any of this stuff, so I could be completely off here. But like, she's basing it a lot of what they thought about like radioactivity and how long it's going to last.
Oh no, like her research was totally up to date, you know, when she wrote the book with everybody like in current physicists and everything like that. It's not, you know, old data. And what happens in the book, the scenario,
she was pushing. I watched, hold on a second. I watched her interview, and she was saying about nuclear winter.
Yeah. They talked about nuclear winter, like, you know, nuclear winter won't last that long. Yeah, it actually will, because there'll be so much debris in the air, it's going to like block out the sun.
I could,
for everything.
Yeah, I could,
you know,
I could see that. I could see a large potential for that.
Yeah.
You know, that makes sense to me. But well, just all this, like, you know, if you nuke LA and all the major cities got, you know, that's a lot of, it's not even the nuclear weapons that's the problem. It's actually all the burning afterwards of all the
because it all sets you know, fires and everything, you know,
just all the chemicals and you know, forever plastics that would be burnt up. Like, you know,
air's like, you know, air will be toxic, and you know, if for some reason you do survive, you know, you'll either be horribly burned or contaminated with radioactivity, you know, water will be contaminated.
Like, hold on. In the short term, but I don't think it's like, if it's a few nukes that go off, right? I mean, obviously I'm not for that, but I mean, look, you can go down to Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
I
mean, there's no effects anymore.
Well, I mean, because those were like you know, those weren't nuclear; those were an atomic bomb. And like what with a thermonuclear bomb, it actually uses an atomic bomb as a detonator.
Yeah, they're bigger, but I don't think the effect is. Well, I mean, they detonated them up in the upper atmosphere. Like you ever seen the movie The Bomb or whatever that was, and they show thousands of detonations.
Yeah,
and those are hydrogen bombs.
Yeah,
like, you know, I mean, like, but the long term effects are not what Jacobson's saying, because if it was, then you'd have you know, the planet would be dead. I mean, they detonated thousands of those nukes.
Yeah,
right?
But like,
you know
I'm telling you, like, read the book.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
let me see. There's one test that they did in the Pacific. The Ivy Mike nuclear test. It was on this atoll in the Pacific. Let me see. Go on. The aftermath of Ivy Mike, the first full-scale test of a thermonuclear device, was marked by significant scientific and political implications. The test was intended as a proof of concept experiment to validate the concepts used for multi-megaton detonations. However, due to its physical size and fusion fuel type, Ivy Mike was not suitable for use as a deliverable weapon. The test success was crucial in advancing the design of the thermonuclear weapons, but it also raised serious concerns about the potential consequences of such detonations. Then, there was the Castle Bravo test conducted after Ivy Mike. They tested some high-yield nuclear weapons aimed at obtaining data on the properties of nuclear weapons in the megaton range. And the Castle Bravo test fallout reached 114,000 feet high, with the base of the mushroom cloud at approximately 60,000 feet. The explosion was so large that the measurement devices in the area were destroyed, and fallout persisted through the following detonations. Let's see.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm reading some of the reviews on here, and the problem is it gets the mechanics wrong, ignores miscommunicate. Okay,
Yeah, like it was that Ivy Mike test. November 1st, 1952, the U.S. detonated the world's first hydrogen bomb, codenamed Mike, as part of Operation Ivy. Let's see. Mike represented a remarkable feat of engineering, towering at 20 feet tall and weighing an impressive 74 metric tons. While not deployable as a conventional weapon, its significance lay in being the first nuclear device to derive a substantial portion of its explosive power from fusion, the process of atomic fusion, rather than solely relying on fission, the division of atoms. Its functionality relied on a fission reaction to ignite fusion with liquid deuterium, a heavy isotope of hydrogen. Yeah, it was, let's see. The bomb was set up on an uninhabited rocky islet called Eucalab, and I know it like pretty much broke it in half. It left like a 2-mile long crater for it. So
somebody was saying long term not good for us, 100%.
Yeah.
Not good for the short term either, regardless, but
yeah. I know we just did a Trident missile test a couple days ago. They just did another
There's a guy who did an interview about it, and I've heard this from so many people, and he was a nuclear scientist that was doing all the major testing of that. Was really like the most definitive stuff apparently was done in the 80s. Like, as far as,
and then he
was saying
they stopped for a while.
Yeah, they did. But I mean, like, anyways, but I should find you his interview, because he was basically explaining, you know, a lot of the misconceptions that were kind of put out. And it sounds to me, unless I'm misunderstanding him, like a lot of, because Anna Jacobson, I then ended up hearing about her book. I never did buy it or read it, but she came out like a year and a half later. But anyways, a lot of what he was saying, you know, an actual scientist that worked in the nuclear program was debunking a large chunk of everything she was saying. So, you know, I mean, if his stuff is accurate, you know, he's a guy who actually he's not just writing a book about it. He actually studied it. He actually worked in that field.
She studied it. You know, she interviewed all kind of people like that.
I know she studied it, but this guy was actually working for, you know, the U.S. government side of it, and he actually worked in, you know, nuclear weapons, and stuff like that. I don't know. I'll find you the interview and you can look at it. I'm not trying to say wrong or anything, but he made a very compelling argument, anyways. That you know, but I don't know. Listen, what I'm saying here, Bob, is Anna Jacobson's full of shit. Okay, man?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. No, I'm joking. I don't know. But anyways.
But yeah, I mean, that's, you know, there's been a lot of talk, you know, like, oh, we're on the verge of nuclear war. And, you know, because, you know, Putin said, like, when they first, you know, went into Ukraine, you know, if we have to, we'll use nukes, you know, we'll use tactical nukes in Ukraine. And, It's just been, on like some people's minds, the past couple of years. And
no, I get it.
yeah,
I'm interested in whether the what is the real physics and the reality of the long-term effects of if a few hydrogen bombs crack off.
yeah. I wouldn't want to survive one.
I mean, like, well, sure, but if you're not in the blast zone or whatever, I mean, obviously, yeah. I mean, we said, I don't want that to happen, period. But what's the real science behind it? Because it seems like there's a lot of misnomers of it.
Yeah.
It's good to have a Geiger counter, and
Well, that like too, like a lot of there's differing opinions on, you'll see it like all over YouTube. There's all kind of talk of like civil war again here in the U.S. and like what'll happen, if this happens, if this breaks out. Oh, this will happen if this breaks out. Everybody's gonna kind of got a different opinion. All I know is if it was to break out some type of civil war, no matter what kicks it off, if it's like a financial collapse or race relations, like everybody's saying that's what's going to tip it off. But if another civil war was to break out in the United States, it would be a bad thing. It would just be a bad thing for everybody, no matter like what starts it. Just you'll look how people acted during COVID. When people couldn't get toilet paper. People were fighting in grocery stores over toilet paper. I mean, it's like, yeah.
Well, a lot of people fell in. The media didn't do did a terrible job.
Yeah.
Or maybe they did a very good job for what they wanted to do. It's, as opposed to giving people, the citizens plausible and level-headed advice on things, they completely went every other direction of bad information, misinformation, and they weaponized it and they politicized it, and it created that type of situation. But there's been a million scenarios. Shit can happen, but that's not. I'm genuinely interested in the physics of the what are the actual real consequences of the long-term effects of nuclear weaponry. Obviously it's they're going to be hydrogen bombs.
Oh yeah.
What that's actually really going to do, because it just seems like it's just interests me in that slice of the topic, right? But because if you remember back in the 80s, they thought it was going to create Supermen and all sorts of genetic deformity.
Yeah.
Insane mutations, right? Like, where you haven't really seen that. That's completely nonsense. That's totally debunked now. I mean, if you're under constant radioactive, that's like being in a microwave, right? Like
radiation poisoning. It basically like cooks your insides. It's so like nothing would survive. Your cells start breaking down. The lining around your organs breaks down, and it's just it's not a pleasant way to go.
No, it isn't. That's where you have your
like too with what was it? The hell, not the bird flu, but people were panicking like years back. The hell, like something like there was the disease that the monkeys spread. It was like that movie Outbreak with Dustin Hoffman, and it was around that time. And I forgot what disease it was. That it was going to wipe out humanity and
Ebola.
Ebola. That's it, Ebola.
Yeah.
You know, like these different, you know, like a biological weapon, you know, diseases, you know, like Ebola, bird flu. Was it the Marburg? Marburg is bad. So, you know, like what happens if something like that was to happen? You know, like who?
Hey, Bobby.
Yeah.
Sorry, buddy. I gotta take the dog out. I don't know if you want to wrap things up. She's
all right. Yeah,
we'll
wrap things up. I'll have probably have another stream sometime this week.
Okay. I'll try and find you that. I'll try and find you that nuclear physicist's interview.
And send me the link for that.
And then we can find out what's going on. And if Mrs. Jacobson wasn't telling the truth, we can knock on her door and say, "Hey, I bought your book."
Jesus. So, all right. Well, thanks for joining. It was fun. Thanks for everybody that tuned in and liked the chat and watched. And let me play the outro and we'll call it a night.
Okay.
All right. Take it easy.
See you, Bobby.
Yeah. If you like what you see here, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon to never miss an episode, and thanks for watching.